What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is your boy JC from JC Eagles Talk. And yes, it's Sunday morning, and I know the news dropped yesterday about Minshew, being traded to the Philadelphia Eagles and all. And I just wanted to come on here and just instead of making a video, I just want to come on here and actually go live and actually hear what y'all have to say about it. But if you've been here for a while, you already know we always have to start with the Eagles national anthem. So let's get it real quick. Just hold on tight, because we are about to talk about Minshew, JJ, Boston Scott, and the Jets in the Philadelphia Eagles preseason game with the Jets, all that. So just hold on tight. Let's get into it. Yes, sir. Hey, Sunday morning, man. Look, this time around like 2 weeks from now, we are officially about to start hearing this song live again. The Philadelphia Eagles kick off the season September 12th, and I'm excited about it. But okay, so today we are about to talk about Minshew. All right, what does that mean for Joe Flacco? To me, I'm not even going to put it in a category of Jalen Hurts. There's no way Minshew is going to take the job from Jalen Hurts. It's not happening. So Flacco, I believe that Flacco should be the third string quarterback. I believe that right now, Minshew at 25 years old, he still have, I believe, 2 years left on his rookie deal, making $860K. I believe that he should be the backup to Jalen Hurts and not Joe Flacco. We've seen what Joe Flacco have to offer. I'm not excited about Joe Flacco being our backup. I'm okay with it, but I'm not excited about it. But with Minshew, I've seen him play last year. I've seen him play the year before. He has a little bit of that Ryan Fitzpatrick type of magic in him, every once in a while. But we're not asking Minshew to be every game. Hey, you are our starter. But he could come in and just play a couple games, just to keep us floating until Jalen Hurts come back. If anything should happen to Jalen Hurts, but I'm excited about the Minshew trade. I believe that Nick Mullins was the worst possible third string or even backup quarterback that we could have. So yeah, hey, let's see what y'all have to say. DJ, it's a good move. He only making $860K and has another left on his contract. Yeah, look, Gardner Minshew is still on his rookie deal. He still have 2 years left on his rookie deal. $860K. Hey, why not? Joe Flacco is making so much more than him, and I believe that Joe Flacco should be cut. I really believe that Joe Flacco should be cut by the Philadelphia Eagles. I believe that Minshew will be a capable backup to Jalen Hurts, and the offense will not have to change that much because Minshew, he's mobile, So, he's not like a Jalen Hurts mobile, but he's mobile enough to be able to keep the same playbook intact until, we get our starter back in case anything should happen to him. Jordy Fighter, hey, what's up, my guy? Stopping in and say, what's up? Hey, I appreciate you. Jock Talk, hey, always my guy. Hey, you've been here from day one. What's going on, man? Plus, with COVID, you have to prepare to have extra quarterback. Yeah, look, absolutely, man. Look, it's not even COVID by itself. It's even if the player don't take the vaccine. By the way, I'm not here to talk about no vaccine, nothing like that. But just like Cam Newton He didn't take the vaccine. He went outside the state line, and now he missed 5 days of practice. So you never know what might happen. I mean, to have a capable backup as Minshew, I'm happy with the move. What are your thoughts on Minshew? Like, I really want to hear what y'all have to say. I mean, if y'all like the move, hate the move. I mean, could he possibly take over the second string quarterback? So I would like to hear your thoughts at all. Ethan, Minshew Mania. Hey, I'm on board, man. Jock talk. Yeah, man. Look, hey, J.K. Dobbins, man, he's out for the year. I think it's a knee injury, ACL, whatever it is. But I mean, it's tough. It's tough. But hey, injuries happen. Ethan, I want Minshew to be the second string QB, but Joe Flacco has played all preseason games with the Eagles, so therefore I think Flacco will be the second string. I think for right now, you absolutely correct. Joe Flacco have taken every snap, as a second string quarterback, and he has played the preseason, and he knows the system. But guess what? I mean, it's a long season. And I believe throughout the season that, hey, don't be surprised if you hear that Minshew might be the second string QB. Because why would you do a trade? Yeah, Nick Mullins was horrible, first of all. He was terrible. I could have played a much better quarterback, and I'm a running back guy / defensive back guy. That's the position I play. I could have done a better job than Nick Mullins. He sucked. But I don't know if we gave him enough opportunity behind the first team offensive line. But when he had his chance, he is just hot garbage. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Hey, what's going on, Eagle Uncensored, my guy? So what's up? I love the trade. Plus, he's cheap for the next 2 years. Exactly, 2 years. Like, we could have this guy as an insurance, a great insurance for the next 2 years for $850K, $860K. And we got for a 6th round pick that could turn into a 5th round pick if he played a certain percentage of this year. So, I mean, it's a low risk, high reward trade, in my opinion. I'm hype about Gardner Minshew. He's such an underrated quarterback. I mean, look, he had his opportunities at Jacksonville. I'm not going to say that he never had a chance, because he literally had a chance after Nick Foles went to Jacksonville, and Nick Foles got hurt like the first game of the season, and he was out for the season. So Minshew did have his chance. He did have his opportunity. So I'm not going to say that he wasn't given his chance. He's an okay quarterback. He's an okay quarterback that you will love as a second string compared to a first string. I mean, he's not your franchise quarterback, but yes, he's an underrated, backup quarterback. He is great. Yeah. So look, I love the move. Once again, Howie Roseman, every time we think he's over with and this and that, he comes up with another move. And remember, we still have cap space. We still have money to possibly go out and do another move. The Philadelphia Eagles are not done at all. They're not finished. They're going to continue to constantly be in the market, the trade market. I mean, everything. I believe that they're going to make a couple more moves. I really, really do believe, though. So, I mean, hey, we'll see what happens. Jock Talk, if he plays 50% in 3 games, then he's turned into a 5th round pick. 50% in 3? Oh, come on. You know what I mean? Look, I don't know how we did it. A 6th round pick, because I don't think he's going to play in any games. Especially if he's a 3rd string right now. He's a 3rd string right now. So he might not even play in any games. So that 6th round is going to stay a 6th round. Yeah, it's not going to turn into a 5th round. But yeah, trust the stash. Hey, Bird Gang. Hey, what's going on, man? Look, hey, if y'all want to jump on, just let me know, because it's Sunday morning. Hey, I am in my preseason mode right now. I'm trying to get ready for 2 weeks from now when we are about to kick off at 13 at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm trying to get in my flow, if I can wake up early enough and get it going. So yes, absolutely. So this is my preseason to y'all. So I want to do play-by-play all season long. I'm going to try to do my best, especially for the Eagles fans that can't watch the game. So I'm going to try my best to do the play-by-play every Sunday for y'all. So hey, this is my warm-up. It's 11:53 a.m. Eastern time here. So hey, this is the time I will be giving out the injury reports, who's in, who's out, from the Philadelphia Eagles, from every other team around the league. So we'll see how that works. But I'm excited for this season. And yeah. Hey, JC, I know this is about Minshew, but are you surprised that Holyfield just got cut? Nope. Nah. Because, hey, we keeping 4. Now, I'd be surprised if Jordan Howard get cut. Because all along, I think that we're keeping 4. Sanders, Gainwell, Boston Scott. Yo, he solidified. He really put a stamp on his role this past preseason game, in my opinion. He still got that little juice in him. I mean, he's a real quick little back. I mean, he could come in there to spare, Sanders or Gainwell a couple plays. But yeah, so it's Sanders, Gainwell, Scott, and Howard. Those are my 4 backs. I really believe that the Philadelphia Eagles are keeping 4 backs. Yeah, 4 backs. So how many backs do y'all think that we're going to keep? Because I really feel like that we are keeping 4 backs. Yes. Jock, I will get you that ranch, man. Let me see if I could do it now. But yeah, so I really feel like that the Philadelphia Eagles will keep 4 backs. And you know what? Hey, let's talk about the wide receivers real quick. Let's talk about the wide receivers, because I feel like that JJ Arcega-Whiteside will make the team. How do y'all feel about that? I watched this guy play this last preseason game, and man, I didn't know that was him until he got in the end zone and oh damn, that's JJ, that's my guy. Yo, that's my dark horse to make the team is JJ. I believe that Hightower is gone. I really believe that Hightower will be on the practice squad. But JJ will make the team. So I believe our wide receivers will be this: Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Jalen Reagor, Greg Ward, Travis Fulgham, and Arcega-Whiteside. There's our 6. I think we're going to keep 6. I really feel like there's different packages for different wide receivers out there, and I think that JJ will be used in the red zone. He's a big body wide receiver, with 12 personnel package with Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, with JJ and possibly Smith. That could be a package. I believe that we will keep JJ. I believe that he will make the team. I think that JJ will make the team. Hey, do y'all think that JJ will make the team? I know it's a long shot, but yo, when JJ caught that touchdown, I was jumping up and down. Yes, JJ, yes, you go. Everybody in Philadelphia hate JJ with good reasons. You know what I mean? Yo, he was a high draft pick for a reason. And he has not, shown up. He have not put up what we thought at a high draft pick he would be. So I believe that JJ will make the team. So let me see here. JC, then you say on live stream you would get no. The deal was that Tone the Shield if JJ scored a touchdown, Tone the Shield was going to get a JJ jersey, wear it, and then mail it to me. I never said I was going to get a jersey, but that was the bet. Like, and guess what? JJ got a touchdown. So I'm just saying, I don't know when I'm going to get my jersey, if I'm going to get my JJ jersey, but yo, like that was the deal. You know what I mean? So, and if he did not score a touchdown, I would have to buy him lunch wherever he wants. And I believe that the JJ jersey was a little bit cheaper than the lunch I was going to have to buy Tone the Shield. Hey, shout out to my boy Tone the Shield, man. Hey, go check him out. Ego Uncensored, what's up, my guy? What's going on with you? How do you feel about Minshew, the stash? He got a stash like yours.
I love it. Oh, it's getting shaved, all of it. I'm shaving it all down to the stash. We're doing it.
All right. Yes, sir.
We're getting the Minshew stash for this year. Even though he's going to ride the bench, it'll be fun to play with it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. So do you want him as a second string or third string? Or like, I mean, do you think that he should be able to replace Flacco or what? Can you hear me? Yeah, you frozen up. Can you hear me?
Sorry, man. I was outside doing yard work. Shitty reception. What was that?
Yo, yeah, I was talking about, hey, do you think that Minshew should be second string or third string? Or, you know what I mean? So, like, is he better than Joe Flacco at this point of their careers?
Listen, if I say he's better than Joe Flacco, people are going to give me shit for saying he's better than Joe Flacco. If I don't say he's better than Joe Flacco, people are going to give me shit because he's not, because he is better than Joe Flacco. So it's a mixed community. Listen, he's 25 years old. Mm-hmm. He went 16-5 last year with a very shitty Jags offensive defense. He had 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That's not great, but with what he had to work with, that's solid. You know, I can deal with that. He is a reliable backup. I would say he's better than Flacco as a mobility standpoint. He's not a statue. He does have a decent arm. It's not the best arm in the NFL, but it's decent. He can throw on the run. He can even scramble. You know, he's not the fastest guy in the world. He's not Jalen Hurts. He can't lift 620 pounds, but he can scramble. You know, he probably will not be the. Now, if something happens to Hurts, I hope to God they would put Minshew in before Flacco. I mean, that's my opinion. But would they? Probably not. It just all depends on how fast he can pick up the playbook and what he looks like out there. You know, but definitely next year. He's definitely the reliable backup for next year. Hands down.
Yeah, I mean, look, I agree, man. Look, I think that with Minshew in the picture, that Nick Sirianni offense would not have to change much. But with Joe Flacco in the picture, absolutely. Yo, he's a Statue of Liberty. That thing haven't moved since he was built. Like, he's not no threat to anybody. Yo, he's no threat to nobody with running. But Minshew, I see Minshew play. Matter of fact, I even picked him up a couple of years ago on my fantasy when he started, you know, playing good and stuff like that. Birthday 31. What's going on, my guy? Hey, it's a little cloudy over there, man. What's going on?
Hey, just chilling, you know, about to go pick up some breakfast for the family before we start working all day. You know, gotta get some lives going on today.
Yeah, hey, look, let me get your thought on Minshew.
I'm happy about it, man. I'm glad it's better than both, you know, Mullins and Flacco. So hopefully by mid-season we can have a good, solid backup that's still kind of young and, you know, that can, you know, be a good, serviceable quarterback in case Jalen Hurts get hurt. But I hope to pray that Jalen doesn't get hurt regardless on who's the backup quarterback. I want our quarterback going all 17 games plus playoffs, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, and I agree with Jock. Hey, we might get rid of Joe Flacco. To me, he's making too much money for a backup quarterback, and why not get rid of him and get Minshew? He's on his rookie deal with 2 years left still, making $860K. I mean, why not? Yo, you have the best of both worlds. You know, you're saving money and you have a better backup quarterback, to me, in my opinion, than Joe Flacco.
We can go send him over to Indiana now that what's his name got hurt. What's that dude's name? Damn, Edinger, I think his name was.
Or Ellinger. Sam Ellinger.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah,
send him over there.
Hey, I got a question for you, man. Who's more mobile, Josh McGowan or Joe Flacco?
Josh McGowan.
Right? I was going to say that. Josh McGowan was our backup in 19 for Carson in the playoff game when he went down, remember?
Yeah.
The old guy, the 4-year-old. The one that ran for like 15 yards there at the very end at 41 years old. With the bad hamstring. Like, no lie, you have to put that in perspective. Josh Gowan can move better than Joe Flacco 2 years ago, and he was 40. Like, you have to put that into perspective a little bit.
Yo, did T.Y. Hilton get hurt too? I mean, hey, Josh,
really?
How bad is it? Yo, I'm telling you right now.
Carson's the curse. Carson's the curse.
I think it's the whole thing that we did, the joint practice, because that's one thing Nick Sirianni was saying, man. Like, it's able to have full contact and still, do it organized to keep people from being hurt. Like you're starting to see all these stars. J.K. Dobbins going down.
Yes.
Etienne went down. You got all these, the running back for the Rams went down. Henderson, I think his name was. But you got all these stars going down in these preseason games because you're running everything vanilla. You know what I'm saying? Vanilla stuff, like whenever you half-ass anything, it's never going to be good. That's when people get hurt. That's when players get injured and stuff like that. Because they're not doing their real offense. They're just doing these vanilla plays out there. And that, that leaves room for injury, man. Like, get your work in. I think we should go to that whole, no preseason for the starters. Let the preseason be for all your depth pieces and all your rookies and all those type of players to give them a feel of the NFL. And then have your starters do 3 or 4 joint practices every off season where you can control the environment. You're still getting hidden. They still hit to the ground in these practices, so it's not like they're not getting hidden. And you get to go against good, opponents from other teams anyway. So you get to really, run your offense, run your defense, and all that kind of stuff. So, I like what Nick did, and I'm happy he did it.
Look, hey, I 100% agree with you. Like, I wasn't sweating it one bit that Nick Sirianni did not want to, play his starters. I believe, as a Philadelphia Eagles fan, you should be proud of what Nick Sirianni is actually doing. Like, because I think he's been stalking the Philadelphia Eagles the past 3 years because I could have sworn that someone told him, hey, we need to start the season off healthy. Do not play these guys. Yo, this preseason crap doesn't matter, especially now. This is the first year that we had multiple joint practices and less preseason games. So I like it. I love it. His players respect him. The veterans respect him. Nothing but high praise for the head coach. Look, I'm excited, man. Less than 2 weeks from now, we will be watching the Philadelphia Eagles live game. This is it. Atlanta Falcons. Hey, we about to go to their house and wreck their house, period. I mean, yes, I know the stat is like every time we play the Falcons, the home team wins. But no, Nelson Alligator Arm dropped that touchdown, and that's why we lost that last time we played the Falcons. But every time we played them before, we done won. We should have been 3-0 against the Falcons the past 4 years.
They don't got Julio no more. He was the Eagle killer.
Yes.
Destroy us, man.
Hey, man, just remember this too. This is the first time we're actually going in a long time with a healthy offensive line. That is something to smile about. That is something to smile about as an Eagle, man.
Oh, man, offensive line healthy, defensive line healthy.
Yeah.
But my only concern is this. Rodney McLeod has not been cleared yet. So we might go in with Mike Epps playing safety with Anthony Harris. Because remember, Wallace, he hurt his groin, so he's week to week. So now we got Mike Epps and Anthony Harris. And I don't know how good Mike Epps is, but I would feel a lot better if McLeod or Wallace was back there. Y'all thoughts
Who's
on
your
that?
third one? Who's
Epps
your
is
third
kind of
one?
bright this
Because
week.
you're gonna have to get another one. Who's your third one though? The backup Epps and Harris.
Well,
Because
right. I guess Adams,
is
Andrew
that who it
Adams
is?
from Andrew Adams from the Buccaneers. He's a special team. Unless we cut him, he's our third right now because McLeod is not cleared, and Wallace is still dealing with the groin issue. So Epps
Isn't
and
like
Andrew Adams.
Graylin Arnold or one of them a safety? Who's
Yeah,
the
but
safety?
I think they're gonna get cut though. I think
Yeah.
Arnold is gonna get cut. I mean. Yeah, we
I'm
gotta
just
get
thinking
down to
I'm just
53.
thinking from an injury standpoint. Week one, like say Epps gets hurt, we got to throw somebody else in there. If Kayvon's injured and all that, like who's the guy behind him?
Well, I mean, it's Epps and Anthony Harris, and then
Yeah,
Andrew Adams. I mean,
yeah,
those are the three.
You got to look at when everybody goes under the 53-man roster thing. There's going to be some good safeties, and maybe they're not great, like we said. We are talking about yesterday. They might not be great players. That's why
Mhm.
they're getting cut. But there's going to be at least 30 of those players that are going to be pretty good. They just have better talent in front of them. So we
yeah.
might get lucky and be able to sign up one of them guys, to come over after the cuts are made. Because after the cuts are made and that everybody get their little roster bonus or their little paycheck from it, then you're able to make moves after that, and it'll be a lot easier. Because I heard that's what they're thinking about doing, keeping. They're thinking about keeping Jackson on our roster because we don't want to let him go to waivers because somebody will pick him up, and releasing Rogers, and then as soon as the cuts go through in the first after we get that first weekend for the season, then bringing Rogers back and putting Jackson behind.
Yeah, look, and another thing that I read that even if you make the 53-man roster, you get put on IR, a short-term IR, and then you can sign some more guys that you release and bring them back. So you still have these guys, on your team. So I mean, if we cut them, hey, we'll see what happens. Yo, Jocto, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Make it hurt. Make it. Hey, that's the Army. Yo, that's Army cadence right there, man. Make it hurt, drill sergeant. Make it hurt. Yes, sir. But hey, let's talk about what y'all saw this past Friday night from our backups. The Boston Scott, my guy JJ Arcega-Whiteside, about to make the team. Come on, JJ. Come on, Nick. Listen to me, Nick. You need JJ on this team.
I knew I shouldn't have hit this link this
You do
morning.
not need JJ on this team. That's not a fact right there. You don't need him on our team.
Hey, you saw the guy score a touchdown, right?
He had one fucking touchdown, my guy. One.
Yeah,
You
in
act like
3
he hung
years
the
not
fucking moon.
qualify him as a must-have on a roster. But hey,
Bro, no. Go ahead, bud.
I was gonna
He
say it
goes,
was a
sister.
clean
Hey, you
touchdown. I
frozen.
did like it. Like I was shocked that he didn't get pushed out of bounds right there. I was happy that he, did his thing and made the touchdown. So that was good for him.
Yeah. Yo, look.
I love Gainwell, man. Gainwell had an awesome.
Gainwell had a good game.
He even had the coach talking about how they're gonna get him in the game, and he's like one of them pieces that you gotta have planned. And I think Gainwell can even push up to maybe even get the second running back spot by
second.
Yeah.
The first you mean the first running back spot. I told you that. Yeah. What? I mean, I went live on Friday night. Yo, I told you that. I'm like, yo, he might be pushing for Sanders' job if Sanders don't get his act together. Yo, he might be pushing for Sanders' job. And you see that last night. Yo, he could, like on Friday night, yo, he could catch the ball, he could run the ball. He's so quick, he's so shifty. And if Miles Sanders don't get his act together, he might be a 1A, 1B type of situation.
But you're also seeing that Miles Sanders didn't even dress for the game. You know what that means? That means he's your entrenched starter.
Yeah.
It's not going nowhere. You guys, come on now. You got to really think. Miles Sanders is going to ball out this year. You know what I'm saying? We are seeing good signs from Gainwell and other backs out there. but Miles Sanders going to ball out, man. Like, you know, having Gainwell and Boston Scott playing the way they are, that's going to take some of the passing away from Miles Sanders, where he's not going to have to worry about catching it. And like I said, with last year, that was all a confidence thing. You know what I'm saying? That, you
Mm-hmm.
know, the coaches took the spirits away of a lot of our players in our team, you know what I'm saying, where they weren't confident from the things that were happening to them, you know.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I think Miles Sanders, he had those big runs. You seen him on the sideline. He was mad that he wasn't getting the ball back again. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you're in that spirit where you're not all happy, you're not all stoked, you know, you did something good, but you don't feel like you're being appreciated. You don't feel like you're still getting enough carries like you need to get. That's when, you know, mental mistakes happen. It's 90% mental, 10% physical. We already know that 10% is well, you know, displayed with Miles Sanders. You know, it's all a mental thing. So I think having a coach like Nick Sirianni, who's going to be running the ball a lot
Mm-hmm.
more, once he gets in his groove of running the ball, you know, he's going to be in positive spirits and he won't be dropping too many balls out there.
Look, I hope that you're right. I'm hoping that Miles Sanders have a bounce back year, but like Gainwell look good.
He did.
He looks shifty. Yo, he looks physical. Like he looks like an every down back. And the only reason why he didn't go in third round was because he didn't play last year. Yo, everybody forgot about him. He's a third round talent. Like he was easily a top 10 running back in his draft class, and we got him in the fifth round. So don't sleep on Gainwell, man. I know you like Miles. I like Miles too.
And I'm
You
not
know,
sleeping. Well, Gainwell's gonna get a lot of balls this year. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get his catches. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying I don't think he's gonna reach the level where you're gonna be like, oh, we want Gainwell to start over Miles Sanders. I think Miles is gonna have such an electrifying year this year that you're gonna understand why he is the starter. But that does not mean that Gainwell won't be out there, you know, making plays, you know, making his name felt in the NFL. It's no problem. Remember the coach? They had three-headed monster over there with the coach. You know what I'm saying?
with
They had
Taylor Hines,
Hines, and then what was the other guy's name? There
with
was another
Taylor,
when Taylor went out. Remember, it was Hines
Mac,
and huh?
Mac.
Mac, yeah.
Matt. Yeah.
So they had a three-headed monster over there. We can have the same thing here in Philly, or at least a two-headed monster with Gainwell and
Oh yeah,
Miles.
absolutely.
Ain't nothing wrong with having two great bats that can run the ball. You know, you look at teams like the Saints. They got Kamara and you know what's his name again, Murray. And sometimes when Murray would have more rushing yards than Kamara has that. Saying because he have a
Hey,
ball.
shout out to him. He might get cut
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad pickup too to get up.
because I guess their Jones Jr. halfback, whoever they picked up either this year or last year, I guess he's been opening Sean Payton's eyes a little bit. So Murray might end up getting his walking papers here.
Yeah,
Look,
there's gonna be a lot of players getting cut, man. I think.
oh yeah, absolutely. Man.
Well,
Like,
and see, that's why I don't agree with taking JJ, because if we take JJ and a wide receiver gets cut who can produce better than him, well, that's a roster spot JJ's filling. You can always go pick somebody up after they get released who will be a little bit
Look
more
at Casey.
productive than him. I'm sorry, my guy. You're basing him on one fucking catch.
Two
I'm
catches, two
I'm
hits.
not.
Give them two.
potential.
All
I'm
right, two,
telling you
my
right
bad. The one
now.
in Washington last year in a preseason catch, one touchdown he got off an 80-yard Miles Sanders run, and then the other one he got off of a third string corner. So my bad. You're right.
But hey, okay, how many chances had JJ really had to show what he had? He has not had a lot of chances.
Bro, if he had the talent, they would have gave him the opportunity to play.
Okay, Jason.
You listen, man. If JJ was good, he would have played. It's that simple. I know everyone's like, "Oh yeah, the money." Yeah, and I understand that last year. But you don't think if JJ was good as his rookie year that he would have been out there? Now, granted, I questioned the Quez thing, why Quez wasn't playing last year. But did he truly make that big of a jump from year 1 to 2, or was he that good last year and we just didn't know about it? I have no fucking idea. But that's my point, though.
You can say all that.
I'm sorry, but I don't care how bad you are as a coach, my guy. If you're good, they know you're good and they'll play you. I mean, am I wrong there?
Yeah,
Ward
you
was
are.
undrafted. JJ's the second
Huh?
round. Ward played and he's undrafted. You know what I'm saying? He had a star role on the offense. You know, Greg Ward
Due
Jr.
to injuries.
Yeah, but also JJ was in the same position where he couldn't play. That's what I'm trying to prove the point.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. They chose Greg Ward over JJ, and he was healthy all fucking year. That means something, man. That really does. I mean, hell, they brought back. Who did they bring? What's his face? They brought Jordan Matthews back in 19 over J Jaw. You know what I mean?
But hey, just like Jock just said, I mean, Nick is preaching competition, but Doug was just playing favorites, just like we saw with Fulgham. Like he was on the nice
Jordan Matthew a favorite? How's Jordan Matthew a favorite?
Because he saw. Hey, Jordan Matthew was Carson Wentz go-to guy before Zach Ertz was. So of course he brought him back to try to see, hey, I mean, can we get some continuity and something started? But look, I agree. I think that I know how y'all feel about JJ. It is what it is. He's making the team, so get over it, my guy.
Listen, I get it. I am the most prejudiced guy against JJ. I will not lie. Everybody knows this. I hate this, or I loathe him. I won't say hate. Hate's a strong word. I loathe him. All right, but that's because you're a second-round pick who doesn't fucking play. I'm sorry, man, and especially when you got taken over fucking DK. That shit lingers on. And so it's one of those things. I'm sorry if I don't see eye to eye with you, but fuck him, man. Fuck him.
Look, you good.
I have no problem with him being on the practice squad.
What's that?
I have no problem with him being on the practice squad.
He's going
let him play.
Man roster. He's going to be on the 53-man roster, my guy. You hear me?
Quez and Smith better break their fucking legs this week in practice then, because that's the only way that's happening. That's the only way that's happening.
Okay, so how many wide receivers do you think that we're going to keep then? 5?
Well, now that we're taking 3 quarterbacks, yeah, I have to say 5. If we weren't taking 3 quarterbacks and 4 halfbacks, I would say gladly 6. But now that we're taking 3 quarterbacks, until that changes, I say 5.
Because Gainwell, you got to look at Gainwell's going to be taking up one of those receiver spots because he's going to get that many this year. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't put him as a wide receiver slot, though. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, I hear what you're saying, huh?
And then if you add Jack Stahl, no one even seen Jack Stahl really play that much. He'll be playing some fullback, and no one's seen him line up at fullback because that's going to be one of our little secrets that we got. So you're going to have to keep Jack Stahl on the roster too. So that's
and I like
Jack
that
Stahl might get cut.
Well, and I like that point of view too, because you also have to take into the account what are they going to do with Ertz before the trade deadline. If they end up now, there's a lot of us that don't want to see him go, but if they do, you need somebody to be able to bring up into that spot. And I believe if you get rid of Stoll right now, he's gone before we can pick him back up.
Go ahead.
I think Stoll's going to be on the roster, man. I think that he's the only one I've heard about that's been playing that fullback role. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see it in the preseason, but during those joint practices, he's been playing some fullback. And, that's a good fullback to have. He's a big tight end guy, big body, knows how to run block really good. You know what I'm saying? And if we're going to have that fullback in there, you typically we didn't see him do it in the preseason. Like I said, we didn't see a lot of things. Most of all the big explosive plays that we've seen this whole offseason have been clips from people that actually went to a practice that showed you the clip. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's bigger than any, besides the Quez Watkins, screenplay. They've been bigger than any play we've seen in the preseason at all. So,
but also, look, I don't think we bring in 4 tight ends. Remember, Hurts, Ertz, Gardner, Jackson, and
he's on IR though.
No, but not yet. But the thing is, you have to put him on the 53-man roster and then shift him to IR. So now,
and I believe that's what they're going to do.
But somebody got to get cut, and then once they clear waivers, then you bring them back on. That's the tricky part. That's the tricky part.
I actually have Huntley being a dark horse of making this team, and if that's the case, then you can cut Huntley for a minute, do that, and then bring Huntley back.
And plus, you got to realize we can cut Rodgers as much as we want to because he's not going nowhere.
That's true too.
Rodgers not making the team.
We can always bring Rodgers back if we
Richard Rodgers?
Yeah.
He's not making the team. Richard Rodgers is not making the team as a tight end. I'm telling you right now, because if we keep in four, because hey, yes, I know the 21 personnel thing, the whole fullback stuff, but it's a tight end position. So I believe that if we keep Goddard, Zach Ertz, Jackson, and Stahl, then Rodgers is not making the team unless he get cut and get put on the practice squad.
He's gonna make the team because we're gonna pick him back up and then put Jackson on IR, and then he's gonna be the third tight end. The 3 out of the 4, because Jack Stahl's like.
I would agree with you. Yeah, I'd agree with you if Jackson wasn't injured. I'd say, all right, Rodgers is gone, 100%. But now that Jackson is injured, I kind of Rodgers is in the same spot he was last year, kind of, like injury, third string, and I'd say I'd trust Rodgers over Stoll at this point, reliability wise. But
see, the thing is, are you willing to risk? Because we have to. All right, the 53-man roster. Yes, Tyree Jackson is injured, but he has to make the 53-man roster first. Once they get put on the 53-man roster, then you can put them on IR and then pick those people up on the practice squad, bring them on the active 53-man roster. Are you going to take the chance of putting a Huntley or a Rodgers or whatever guy you want? You have to cut them first. They get cut first, and then hopefully nobody picks them up. You know what I mean? So are you willing to take the chance of – because I don't think that Rodgers is going to make the team at all, because if that's the case, then Hurts, Goddard, Stahl, and Jackson. So he's getting cut. Initially, he's getting cut. And then if he survives, the waiver wire and, nobody pick him up, and then you possibly could put Jackson on IR, bring back Rodgers – and stuff like that. But it's a gamble. It's a gamble. Hey, some of these guys, you are taking a chance on them not getting picked up by no other team, and then hopefully you could bring them back as you put Jackson on IR or Ronnie McLeod on IR.
Yeah, but then
then I mean, your safe bet would be like drop Dillard or Flacco. I'm only kidding, because they won't get taken, but. You can always pick them back up. Anyway, go ahead. I was only playing.
Can't necessarily, get picked up. We haven't seen that much from Huntley. You know what I'm saying? I've seen more from Holyfield in these preseason games than I did Huntley, and Holyfield's already cut. And I was.
Huntley getting cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only had Huntley making this team as a special teams guy. That was only like I said, I consider Huntley kind of like a Darren Sproles type player. He's 5'6". He's small. You can use him as a punt returner like we did Darren Sproles. That's the only way I saw him doing that,
Yeah. Hey, look. Hey, shout out to the people that's in the chat, man. Landry Day. Hey, look. Hurts is one of those players that we need to let go before it's too late. Zach Ertz is staying. You know what? The Saints lost both of their tight ends. So, it's been kind of rumored that the Saints might be a trade destination for Zach Ertz. Who knows? But, right now, a lot of tight ends are going down. This is what we wanted. No, we don't want nobody to get injured. But I'm telling you right now, across the league, these tight ends are going down like flies. And Zach Ertz, if y'all really want him gone, this is an opportunity for Harry Roseman to call, Sean Payton and say, hey, y'all tight ends, y'all don't have no tight ends, hey, we got Zach Ertz over here. But the thing is, they want under a 4th round pick now. Maybe a third for Zach Ertz. But the more he stays on this team, the more I'm like, hey, let's go into the season with Zach Ertz on this team. Why not? We have Goddard, Hurts with Jalen Hurts. Go ahead.
Still more towards the trading deadline. I really do think he's going to stay because, he is the second best tight end, and they're going to want to hold him there until, it gets more time for Jackson to come back. I think that's going to be the key. How fast is Jackson recovering from this back injury? You know what I'm saying? They said 6 to 10 weeks. So it's like, how fast can we make it to week 7, right before the trade deadline? If that guy's, healthy enough to come back and actually, start practicing within a week or two, then I think that's when we're going to get like a trading deadline trade for Zach Ertz. And then, suffer maybe a week or two without having a good second backup, But like I said, if it's Richard Rodgers or whoever else on there, they'll be serviceable for 2 weeks. It's not hard to adjust your offense, around just having one good tight end, for a week or two. And then once you got them off that IR and you got them back playing what you got, now you got your two, future tight ends of the future, playing with each other. And hopefully, it works out.
And no lie, man, I don't want them traded because the more tight ends that go down, the better we look and the better chances we have. So us trading Zach Ertz to like the Saints, we're only helping them at that point. And I'm not down for helping anyone. I'm about up. But no lie though, that does make sense. I understand the Jacksonville. I honestly thought when we got Gardner, there was going to be, when I clicked on the link, there was going to be somehow they squeezed Ertz in that trade with him somehow, because Jacksonville needs one. I mean, their best one's O'Shaughnessy. Really? Are you kidding me? That's their best tight end, O'Shaughnessy. Like that's terrible. They could use Zach Ertz, and he'd be a great mentor for Trevor Lawrence going forward, and he'd help him. So, dude, we've had plenty of opportunities to get rid of Zach Ertz, and we have not. I was a strong believer that he is trying to pull a Sam Bradford here.
Yeah.
But he has his opportunities to do it, and he's not doing it. So I don't know where the fuck we stand at this point. I'm kind of like, at this point, I'm with you. He's on this team until further notice.
Look, I have to agree with, my guy here. So in my personal opinion, we would be crazy to get rid of Hurts. But the reason why I'm like, hey, we need to keep him now. It's too late right now to get rid of him because he done built, rapport with Jalen Hurts. And they always tell you a young quarterback best friend is what? The tight end. So he could rely on Zach Hurts. All preseason, all training camp, we've been hearing Zach Hurts and Jalen Hurts are forming this bond. So I would keep them.
Our young quarterback's best friend's gonna be Devontae Smith. The way that guy is. And he's a reliable possession receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna be catching a lot of.
He broke up.
Yeah.
You there, buddy?
Good.
All I was gonna say is, and I hope that's where he was going with it before he broke up. Like you said, that's going to be his best friend, the tight end. We even heard it out of Hurts' mouth a couple of weeks back. Zach Ertz is his security blanket. And he said that he's very comfortable with him. Do you really want to get rid of your quarterback's security blanket, who he spoke up about? I mean, that is a huge thing. When your quarterback comes out to the media and says, hey, I love Zach Ertz. That's my security blanket. When something goes wrong, I look his way. I know he's there, and he gets it done. Like, if you trade that away, what are you telling Hurts at this point? You know what I mean? So that's stuff you got to think about, too.
Look, in my opinion, it's too late to try to get rid of Zach Ertz. I understand that they're talking about paying Dallas Goedert top 5 tight end money, but at the same time, that bond, that continuity, we know that this guy is going to be where he's supposed to be. He's not going to make that, that mental mistake of not, it's my bad, I threw an interception. No, he's going to be where he's supposed to be. So we know that. But I would keep Zach Ertz. Now, when week 8 comes and we're like, if we like 1-7 or 2-6, then I would think. Well, I mean, no. I said if.
Hypothetically.
Yes. If we're like 1-7 or 2-6, then
Sure.
I would say, you know what?
Sure.
Let's trade Zach Ertz to a team that's in contention for a playoff or whatever.
Yeah.
And then hey, I won't feel as bad as I would now if I would get rid of him now.
I just think if he stays on the
Two,
team, he's going to get enough catches to keep that. We wanted the first or second round for Zach Ertz because he was a beast. The longer we keep him on the team, the more good news is going out on him. You know what I'm saying? The more people are starting to talk about him again, the more reliable he's going to be. Let him get in a couple of games, get some touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? They can be like, oh, wow, Zach Ertz is still that guy. And maybe we can give him, like you said, the more people get hurt, the more, the better chance we have of getting something more greater for him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think Howie's waiting until his mark that he wanted from the beginning,
Yeah.
to the value of Zach Ertz gets to that point, and then he's gonna pull the trigger. He's just not willing to do it before then, because why do it before then when you don't have to? You don't have to. It's a plus for our team right now, and until it's a plus, in the trade value for our team, he's not gonna pull the trigger.
so
Yeah.
two questions for you guys, and it's on this topic. One,
Okay.
the contract for Goddard, and I want your guys' opinion, but mine, that is totally fucking outrageous. You want to pay this guy, or he wants that much money, first of all, and secondly, that you would even be willing to pay that. You're talking like top 3, top 5 money. I am so tired of paying people for what we expect them to be and what they don't end up being. I'd rather pay him after he proves it rather than pay him now, kind of like we did with Wentz. We paid him for what he was going to be and not what he already was. So I don't want to make that mistake with Goddard. I don't want to pay him top 3 money and then get stuck with the bag in our hand because he doesn't pan out. You know what I'm saying? And then
Okay.
two, if we
Go
do have a 1 in 7 year, like you were saying, we talk about moving on from Ertz, does everyone become a trade target at that point? Like Cox, BG, all our vets? Because I mean, pretty much we're pissing away the year at that point. Get these rookies in the last half of the year, get them their experience, and move forward with next year. I mean, I would think you'd see Cox on there, BG, maybe Lane, maybe Brooks. All these guys would be up at that point.
All right. So
Do
before
you
I answer
agree?
your question, real quick, hey, LA Rams 420 football focus. If you're a football focus, I don't trust your opinion anyway. But anyway, he said, hey, yo, JC Minshew might take Hurts' job, and you prove my point. I can't trust your opinion, man. No, Minshew is no threat to Jalen Hurts. So I just wanted to bring you out there before I, just go on with the Dodge Goddard situation. No, hey, you probably work for Pro Football Focus anyway. So stop it. But hey, look, Dallas Goddard. I agree with paying Carson Wentz the money at the time because hey, do you see what these quarterbacks are going for now? That would have been a bargain. Like that's a
No, you're
steal.
right. You're right. It was a steal.
So now, if we pay him top 5 tight end money every year, it's only going to go up. So Howie Roseman, that's one thing I can tell you. He's very, very smart when it comes to money. He always he sees the future because I'm telling you right now, he sees the future and he is about to get ahead of it before the Titans start making big money, especially next year. The salary cap jump up like I think 20, 30 mil from this past year. So hey, the higher the salary cap is, the more money these guys are going to want. So why not just pay him right now? Just pay him top 5. And he wasn't never featured as that #1 tight end. He was never say, hey, Goddard, you're the man. Go ahead. This is your team. Just take it. He was never because Zach Ertz has always been there.
And top 5 money, you gotta realize when you look at the top 5, the top 2 are the ones that are making like super ridiculous money. It's the bottom 3 aren't making that ridiculous money. Like they're going like 12, million a year type, numbers, which I think as a young, up and coming tight end, that's not bad to go ahead and get him on something like that. Now that Kittle money, that like 17 million a year type money, like yeah, he don't deserve none of that stuff yet. He definitely got to prove himself. So anywhere in between 12 and 13 million dollars a year for a Goddard, which will be still making some big plays, for our offense, it's probably worth it to go ahead and get it done now than wait to the end of the season. What happens, like you said, if he goes out and does everything we expect him to do, man, you're gonna have to pay him that 17, 18 million dollars a year, and that's ridiculous, considering that that's a lot of money for a player that's not a quarterback or someone that's gonna be the prime focal of our offense. So I would be on that boat, getting them for 12 or 13 right now, and then letting them play it out and just roll with that.
I understand your point of views. I really do. Okay, I get it, but I'm okay with paying a man $17 million if he's fucking worth it as well. I mean, do you think for 1 minute Kansas City even blinks an eye when they pay Kels? No, because he's worth it. He's shown he's worth it. That's what I'm saying. 12 millions to me is even steep if this man comes out, keeps getting injured and fumbling footballs. Okay. Like, there is time to take your yak yards and there's time to not. And these are little mental things that he needs to understand. Sometimes you just need to give up and live to see another day. Sometimes he pushes it too far, loses the ball. And it's like Rock even said the other night when I was on his stream. He's also putting his body through a lot more punishment than what he has to, which will make his career a lot less, not as long, as what Hurts is maybe. He keeps injuring himself. Who knows? So you got to look at things like that, and I'm okay with 12 million if you're worth 12 million. I'm okay with 17 million if you're worth 17 million, but I'm not going to pay you 12 million right away, right before I even know. Like, that's still a lot of money. 12 million is still a lot of money.
Either way on extensions is always a give and take. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can win big by giving him 12 million if he plays at an elite level. You're only paying your elite level tight end $12 million a year, which is a win for us, because we have more money for other players later. If the downsides, yes, if he does get hurt again, but you really can't. I don't know. It's like you can't really look at that side of it to a point where it's like $12 million is like bottom top five money, and then it goes down way farther after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he is a talented player. We have seen the
Yeah.
glimpses of him being elite. So you might want to get on that boat and go ahead and pay him that $12 million a year now. So if he does pan out, be good, what I'm saying? You can lock them in for, you can always give him an extension later on. Say he does break out and he's like one of the top three tight ends this year, 2 years down the line, he's going to be asking for more money anyways. And that's when you go ahead and give him the super big contract and, make him one of the highest paid tight ends.
I know. I'm just tired of paying people for what they were or who they're going to be, and them never live up to that potential. That's my only thing, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate though. I mean, because the reason why you do pay these guys is because they have proven to be a top talent, and that's why we did pay Carson Wentz. It's unfortunate that this whole thing happened. That we never got the chance to see who he really is. But look, I mean, you have to get ahead of this train before it run off the rails. You know what I mean? So a $12, $13 million. And hey, you mentioned the Kelsey and stuff like that, but who was his competition? Like, Kansas City never had a two tight end. Like, we have Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert. So he has not been featured as that number one tight end and given the opportunity to be that number one tight end. So now it's unfortunate it's 4 years down the line that, hey, his contract is about to be up, and now we have to make a decision. Are you willing to take that risk of losing a potential, a young tight end, because he never been featured as that guy? Kelsey didn't have no competition. Kittles don't have no competition. Wallers don't have no competition. Those are the top three tight ends in the league, but none of them have competition.
But see, that's where we make our mistake. Where we make our mistake. Look at that. You're talking about Kels. He hasn't had any competition because they know he's the guy. They can rely on just a solid number two tight end to do whatever they do. Kittle makes up for two people. I mean,
Okay.
so does Kels. So does Waller. So in those certain positions, you don't need a superstar tight end too. Now, granted, when we got Dallas Goedert, Ertz wasn't Ertz yet, so to speak. He was still doing his thing. We always do that. We always go out and get reliable backups, but you look at all these other teams, like who's Tom Brady's backup, who's Pat Mahomes' backup, who's Kyler Murray's backup. All these guys, they don't have backups because they're number one. Kels, tight end, who's his backup? Well, we don't know. Waller, we don't know because they're the tight end ones. We always sit here and we want to say like Ertz is tight end one, but Goddard is tight end one. It's like why do we put ourselves in these situations? There's no reason for them. You either have one or you have two. You either have one selfish dude or they both work together and we win. This is about winning to me. If y'all can get into that locker room, you guys can get paid the money that you want and we can work together and win another championship. I'm all for it. But if you're going to be greedy, well, why you hear them? It's about winning.
And
we need a team to win. And if we're overpaying somebody and we can't pay to put players around you, we're always going to lose.
Mm-hmm. But I think this year's going to be a difference. Like I said, I really think the way that they're doing the injuries and handling the injury situation, that we might not end up with so many stars hurt this year. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the reasons why I have us winning so many games. Is I feel like that injury bug thing is about to get shedded from our team, and we're going to be going back to more of a normal team where maybe you got one guy that's big, that gets hurt, or maybe two guys, but it's not going to be all these guys getting hurt, like before. And I think that's going to definitely help out the contract situation. These guys are just being cautious because it has been an injury bug in our team for so long. But once it's gone, we can get back to normal where we can have, like Ertz going to be gone after this year regardless,
Yeah.
And so we can have that one tight end, and hopefully Tyree Jackson can get it better and he can continue to develop to be that second tight end. But, you won't be putting money into him. You know what I'm saying? Just like if we can trade Flacco and keep Gardner Minshew, he's only $900,000, contract. So that's a beautiful contract to get for a backup quarterback. That'd be something good to have. You know what I'm saying? We can get back to these more contract-friendly situations so we can start getting some big-name players on our team again, to help push for more championships. So.
Yeah. Look, hey, it's a good problem to have, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Hey, it's a great problem to have because no other team never really had, besides the Patriots with Hernandez and Gronk. Name me another team that was always like two tight end, like they both are good and they both could be a number one guy. Man, I can't even think of one actually besides the Patriots. Go ahead.
To be on that level, though, the reason that we have done that is because we've never had the wide receivers to make up for that lack. So we've always had our strong two tight ends because our wide receivers suck. Now that we have good wide receivers, we don't need two great tight ends anymore.
Okay.
Because, and it's like, I forget who said it the other day, but if you run two halfback sets, that's one wide receiver that won't be on the field.
Mm-hmm.
That's mainly going to be Rager, probably, more than likely. I mean, because that's your slot guy. So, but now that we have three wide receivers who can play, do we really need two tight end sets anymore?
Maybe. Hey, look at the Patriots now. You only got Henry and
Henry and Geno Smith.
Yeah, yo, those are two number one tight ends on any
but they
other
have
team.
no wide receivers. Their best wide receiver is Nelson Aguilar. I mean, no lie, that's bad. So they have to have two good tight ends. That's the point of it. And that's what I'm trying to say. They're in our position now. Their best wide receiver is Nelson Aguilar, so they're like, shit, we need to go out and get two stellar tight ends so we at least have something, But now we have that, so, it is what it is. I like what we have. I don't want this team to change. I am all for improving it throughout the season. Like, if we need to upgrade somewhere, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? But as far as going in the week one, dude, Let the team sit the way it is. I like our quarterback. I like our
Yeah.
O-line. Finally, they're healthy. We're not having a brand new O-line going into week 1 this year.
Yes.
Everybody's back. Our wide receivers are healthy. Our halfbacks are healthy. Our defense is healthy. There's nothing to worry about. We don't have to worry about, oh my God, how many linemen are we having this week? None of that. We know. So
Yeah.
that's the point. That's the good feeling. But I love this team and the direction we're going. If you want to upgrade it, if we start winning because you feel we need a little more, hey, I'm all for it. But upgrade in a good way, not in a bad way.
Got it. Bergang?
Yeah, I feel them the same way, man.
Hey, you lost signal. You talking? Bergang.
Hello, okay. Hello.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear you.
Hello. Yeah, I got a telephone call. But yeah, man, I feel the same way, man. We got a team, we got the squad. Nick did his job so far. He kept our main plays secret. You know what I'm saying? Our main
Yeah.
offense, and everybody's still trying to scratch their head and figure out what we're
Yes.
going to do this year, which was awesome. You know what I'm saying? We got everybody that we really need to be healthy, and going into this first game, you know what I'm saying? And that's another good plus on the team, like you said. And so, like, I'm really hyped about this team. I think we're going to definitely go, we're going to change some people's minds about how they feel about the Eagles this year. You know what I'm saying? Everybody keeps
Yeah.
thinking that we're still in rebuild mode. I don't think that, like how we said before, we're never in rebuild. We're just in retool. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
retooling up. We're retooled, and now we're ready to go. And Nick Sirianni seemed excited about it, and I think I'm excited about it, and I think everybody else needs to get on board and be excited about this season because we're going to get a lot of wins this year.
Yeah.
No
Look.
lie, man.
Go ahead.
No lie. And I'm going to bounce off that, what he just said. If we look at it as a rebuild year, we already lost.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever go into a season as it's a rebuild year, you've already counted yourself out. At least when you call it retooling, you're never counting yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, look. I like it. But look, I'm excited for the season. Hey, whew. Hey, there's 2 weeks left of practice, though. Things happen in practice, so I'm just gonna hold my breath until September 12th. But what
Mm-hmm.
moves would you like to see the Eagles make before the season at any position? Like just anything. What would so I would like to see them, like your honest truth. I want them, hey, why not go get Larry Fitzgerald? Like, yo, it's a perfect veteran wide receiver. You got the money. Hey, y'all want to see JJ gone so he can replace JJ on the 53-man roster. Man, to have a guy like that, to teach Devontae Smith and DeQuez Watkins and the Raiders, some moves, hey, throughout his Hall of Fame career, I would like to see the Eagles go get a veteran wide receiver like a Larry Fitzgerald. So that's just me. I want to see.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's the only receiver
I
I
had a
want to
great
pick
thought
up.
just now. Fuck it. Just go grab T.O. real fast and drop J-Jaw.
Oh,
T.O. can still fucking play. He'll play better than J-Jaw.
But he ain't gonna teach nobody anything. Your TL is trying to be on his
He'll
own
catch the
damn team.
ball. He'll catch the fucking ball,
he
though.
has to catch
We
that.
don't want him to catch anything. We don't even want him to play. I want Larry Fitzgerald to come in there. But T.O. is a selfish player. We all know that.
I
But
know. I
Larry
was playing
Fitzgerald,
anyway.
Larry would be a great third down receiver, man.
yes,
Like that clutchness,
Oh, for
you
sure,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? He'll still make good plays. Like you said, he'll
absolutely.
teach all these young guys the ropes. Like Larry's been doing it for a long time at a high level. And you know what I'm saying? There's something to that. And that'd be, a great mentor to have with these young guns out there, trying to learn the ropes and get, into full swing of things, help their careers out a lot more. And definitely, like you said, be a great mentor. So yeah, that's the only receiver I want us to pick up. I would like us to see if
Yeah.
maybe if a good linebacker gets cut. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan Hicks is on
Yeah,
the bubble.
good
I wouldn't have
linebacker.
minded KJ Wright, to be honest, when they were talking about that.
Yeah,
That was
but he
on.
wants a lot of money though. Like he's not like he's a free agent for a reason. Like he wants that bank. But Jordan Hicks is literally might be getting cut. He might be one of the best to get cut. That might be able, and we get one cheap.
And throw him with Alex Singleton and Wilson together and now and
Ooh, ooh, yes.
move like that. I do like to hear. I would like to see on our team. You know what I'm saying? But just anybody, any linebacker that got some credibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got these two. Let's get one more back there with some credibility behind his name that if anything happens, he has to go play. He's going to play at a high level. You know what I'm saying? It might not be Pro Bowl high level, but it'll be a high enough level to keep the team, relevant at that position. Also, I wouldn't mind seeing another cornerback, but another decent cornerback, CJ Henderson from the Jags, another guy I still was high on us trying to make a trade for. If he still wants to get out of there, because he's not getting the PT he thinks he deserved. He was a first-round pick last year, top 10 pick. So why not? Go get this guy. You know what I'm saying? Put him under JG's scheme. Let JG work with him for a couple of years, and see that maybe next year, because Nelson's only on a 1-year deal. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? If we like that, we can still
Wilson, Nelson, Harris.
yeah, we can go ahead and pick up a Stingley or Elam in the draft next year, and now you got 3 with McPherson learning this year because he's already playing pretty good in the preseason. Give him a year development. Throw it with Henderson a year development. Now you still got Slade for another year or so, but then draft a first round cornerback next year. Now you got a good tandem once Slade leaves. They'll be young, fresh, and understand your system to get in there and ball out for the next couple of years.
Yeah, Eagle Uncensored. Hey, what moves would you like to see the Eagles maybe for the season start?
Man,
if any.
I already said it. I really like our team the way it is. I do agree with you guys on the Fitzgerald thing. Unfortunately, though, Fitzgerald will only play for the Cardinals. I mean, he said that multiple times. I don't think we would be able to pull him because he'll retire, I guess. But I don't mind the linebacker position. I like that, but I do want to see Bradley and Taylor out there. I do want them to develop, and I believe getting another linebacker would stunt that development a little bit. Even Stevenson, So that's a give and take. The only one I would say is what we started this out with is safety. If there was one possible way you could upgrade any position, I just say go grab another safety real fast just to be safe. I'd rather be safe than sorry,
Yeah, I agree. And matter of fact, I'm about to bring that up. Hey, right after you got done, we need another safety because with the Wallace, a groin issue is going to linger. Like, I don't care. Like, it's going to linger throughout the season. And then McLeod now officially declared healthy to start the season. That is concerning to me. Like, that is very like, oh my God. Now we got Mike Epps, Andrew Adams, Anthony Harris as our safety. So these things, concern me. So I would like to see a safety. I agree with you. I would like to see us try to go out and get a safety just to make sure. But we slot position what it take. I mean, it's going to take somebody off the 50-man roster. On the D line or the O line or the linebackers. As a matter of fact, let's talk about the linebackers. Like, who is making the team and who's not making the team? Because right now we got Edwards. We have a Singleton, we have Wilson, Bradley, Taylor. Avery is on the bubble, I believe. So, I mean, how many linebackers are we keeping? Kerrigan even might be a linebacker. It depends what scheme we run. So, the linebacker situation is fascinating. Your thoughts on that?
You want to go?
Hey, you're mute.
Oh, I think our linebackers are good. They said they kept Avery and they were keeping Avery and that Johnson dude, to be that third linebacker that's in the 3-4, that kind of like hybrid role where it's like it's a 4-3 under, but that 4-3, that guy's going to be hand out of the dirt, where he can drop back if he needs to. If he needs to set the edge, he can set the edge type thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you add those two, then you got Taylor, Bradley. I'm looking at like 5-6 linebackers. You know what I'm saying? Like that we're gonna be keeping on this team. Yeah, because we still run a 4-3 and a 3-4. So you're looking at those hybrid positions as guys that are gonna play linebacker and / defensive end, So they're gonna have to be able to play both, and we're gonna need depth there too. You can't just have You know, if you're running a 3-4, that's 4 linebackers. You can't just have 4 linebackers. You know, what happened? One of those guys get hurt. You're going to have a couple of guys that are going to be in rotation with those guys. So you're looking at like 5-6 linebackers, maybe, you know, keep it on there. You know, I think some positions we can trim, you know, and some position that we're going to have to stay heavy on. And I think linebacker definitely going to be one of those positions.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I believe it's going to be Wilson, Singleton, Bradley, Taylor, Avery, and Stevens. Now, I believe we will be shallow at the safety position, but that is only because I know Maddox can play safety, and if Maddox would have to go do that, then either McPherson or Scott would have to step up in the slot. Now, granted, that doesn't sound good, but...
And Jacoby could play safety, too. He was a safety in college, too, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we really needed him to go back there, I'm pretty sure he can play at a decent level, you know.
I have mentioned that, but I got my head tore off about it because the motherfucker weighs 250 pounds, and they're like, he's too heavy to be a safety. So I don't even mention that shit anymore.
Yeah, well, whoever ripped your head off it doesn't watch football. He can play. The boy can play like all the.
No, and if you used him as a safety, you could definitely use him as a blitzing safety. He's more of a blitzer than he is a coverage. I understand that, but the point is he can fucking do it. I mean,
one safety box, one safety's deep. Harris is going to be your deep safety. Yeah. So why not have him be, you know, what is a strong safety where he plays in the box majority of the time? You know, in that little hybrid role. Like, you guys seen him. He covered all the best receivers. He covered all the best tight ends that just came out of the draft. He's covered Pitts, you know what I'm saying, one-on-one, and been able to held his own. Tony, one-on-one, you know, like all the guys he's covered, even guys like Devontae Smith, you know. So it's not like he doesn't have coverage skills. He got good coverage skills, and he's a big boy that can lay that wood.
Yeah,
dude, I mean, no lie. I've been saying it since we drafted him. I said, dude, Stevenson could be our Jamal Adams, so to speak. Mm-hmm. You can play this kid in that way.
Yeah. What? Who? Go ahead.
I thought we were going to keep him at safety. I didn't even think we were going to switch him to a linebacker. I thought we were going to keep him at safety the whole time.
I think, we're going to move him all around the field. Safety, linebacker, whatever we need, just like we use Malcolm Jenkins in the Jim Shore system. Malcolm Jenkins was a linebacker when you need him, a safety when you need him. You know, he was a defensive back when you need him. So I feel like, it depends on the JG scheme. So, we'll see. But give me your surprise cut this upcoming days for the Philadelphia Eagles. I feel like that Jack Stahl is going to get cut. I know Bergen, and you have a lot of love for Stahl, and I do too. But I feel like that he's the odd tight end out. There's no position that say, "Hey, we're going to use him at fullback," and we're assuming, we're going to probably use him as fullback. But I think that Jack Stahl might get cut. And also, a surprise one might be Stevenson. Yes, we drafted him, but he might. Like, the whole thing of getting cut is hoping that these guys could clear waivers and nobody pick them up. Like, it's not like the Eagles don't want them. They're just, we need more help in this position, so we're gonna keep this guy. So what is your surprise cut in this upcoming days for the Eagles? Yo, look, we at 75 right now, I believe, because we cut 5 people from yesterday and today. So like 5 people, which none of them with big names, by the way. But we at 75. We got to cut down, 22 more, I believe. So a 53-man roster. So what is your surprise cut this upcoming days, Bergen?
If I had to think of some surprise cuts, maybe like a guy like Chiquette that we hoped that was going to be third and fourth teamers out there. That's pretty far down the depth chart. You imagine that after the season he had last year, he would be higher up on the depth back role. farther up the depth chart. Obviously, he's not. So maybe a guy like Jaquette. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? If we really don't use the fullback like that, if that was just all like a story to tell, clickbait type thing, then yeah, you can see Jack Stoll. But like I even liked what he did when he did come in at tight end. He's a sure-handed catcher. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he doesn't have blazing speed, but he can block. He can run block really good. You know what I'm saying? And he's still young. He's fresh. You can mold a guy like that. Help his game out to make him more elite. But like if he's not playing that fullback role, that's gonna make it a lot harder if we do decide to keep Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Or try to do the thing with Tyree Jackson. It'd be harder to keep him. But I see no matter what, either way, even if we do cut him, I see him as at least being on the practice squad. And then one of those linebackers, Davion's been hurt and hurt or sick or whatever, so he was making a splash, before he got injured. What's he gonna do when he gets back? Is it gonna be something that lingers where he's not gonna be able to play at that high level anymore? Sean Bradley's been playing with the third and fourth team too. You know what I'm saying? So is that a sign to say that Sean Bradley's not good enough to be kept on this roster? You know what I'm saying? As a good linebacker. So one of those linebackers will have to go. Like especially if you're keeping a guy like Jacoby Stevens, which I think is more valuable because he can come in for two positions as opposed to one. He can be a safety if we need him. He can be a linebacker if we need him. Those other guys are just playing one position, and that's going to be more value. The more positions you can play, the better chance you are of making the roster. So,
yeah. Eagle Uncensored.
You said surprise, man, and I'm sitting here going in my head defensively. Yeah, so I'm going through defensively, and no one defensively who's going to get cut, in my eyes, is going to be a surprise. Okay, the ones defensively that get cut, they're probably going to be the ones that deserve it. Offensively, there's not that many. So my surprise, I'm going to throw out there just because I have to. Boston Scott.
So who's gonna make the team over
surprise.
Scott?
You said surprise.
Yeah. But
So
I mean, okay.
I mean,
So two questions for you then. One, how many running backs are we going to keep? If you said that, and then two, who's going to make the team over Scott?
Oh no, I believe we're going to go with 4. I just had to throw that in there because, like I said, McPherson, he's probably going to make this team because he's a rookie. If Scott gets cut, I'll be surprised, but I'm not going to be like surprised. You know what I mean? Because he would be like 5th, 6th string at best on that depth chart for corners. So that is what it is. Jackson, we haven't really seen much of him. He's a rookie. But, he'll probably be on the practice squad. He might get cut just to get on the practice squad. So that's not a surprise to me. When you say surprise, I'm thinking BG. I'm thinking like Brooks, Johnson, somebody like that. But that's not going to happen. So I have to either go with Flacco or Scott. But if we cut Scott, that means you only keep 3, and that would be Miles, Howard, and Gainwell. But I think we're keeping 4, so it's going to be Miles, Howard, Scott, and Gainwell. But I just had to throw that name in there just because that would be a surprise to me if we didn't keep him.
All right, hey, look. I'm shocked that none of y'all said Fulgham. Because we heard that Fulgham was on the bubble with JJ. But unless we are for sure that we're keeping 6 wide receivers, Fulgham might get cut. He might go back to the practice squad. So, Fulgham is on the bubble. He's still on the bubble to me. And then, hey, did y'all see the game on Friday night where he fumbled in the end zone? Like, he had the ball. Eagles was about to go in for a touchdown, and he got stripped. The ball ran into the end zone, and no bueno. And JJ that same night scored a touchdown. So I'm just saying, I think Fulgham is on the bubble still. He might get cut, which might surprise a lot of people instead of JJ.
I understand your logic, my guy. I do, because that looked really bad. I mean, he literally pulled Oh shit, we were just talking about him the other day. Dan Orlovsky on us. No lie, he did. All right, but I'm not willing to give JJ all the keys over one catch. At least Fulgham showed in 5 weeks the potential that he has. It's like I said last night. Yeah, I understand. Fulgham's thing is laziness. I think we all can agree on that. His work ethic sucks. I mean, that's why he didn't last in Green Bay, and that's why he never made the team in Detroit. If you're going to make any wide receiver core, Detroit's the one you can make, and so is Green Bay. You know, especially if you're talented enough with Lazard and them out there. You know, Fulgham should have been able to take one of those spots, but he didn't. So the laziness point is there, and I understand that. But if you get the right coach for this kid, you can bring that talent out. I mean, the talent's there. You just got to figure out a way to tap it. And that's the thing. We've seen it with Fulgham. I've never seen that potential out of JJ.
Yeah. Man. Let's see. Hey, you're on mute.
You're muted, bud.
On that receiver note, Ward might be a surprise cut. Because
he's making
it's possible. And he had some drops too last game. That should have been that one.
That one that he was wide open on. Oh my God! How did he not catch that ball? There was no one around him, dude.
Yeah, so he might be a surprise. Just because if you just look at the athleticism on our receiver core depth chart, size. He's not really the biggest guy in the world. He's not really the fastest guy in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like his thing, like I said, people hyped him up a lot because he was the only one on our squad that was catching the ball those last couple of years. Everybody else was dropping balls left and right, and he was a sure-handed guy. But now that we have 3 good receivers for sure that's catching the ball, and you know what I'm saying, they might look at the upside of some of these other players over, Ward, considering the fact that, Ward isn't that fast or isn't that big, you know what I'm saying? So, he might be a surprise cut. Like you said, it's a surprise. But,
How many wide receivers do we have left right now? Does anyone know? Is JJ the last one on the roster?
Hightower.
Patton.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, Patton is still here? Patton has a good chance.
Yeah.
He's been playing some good football, too. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard some good things about him.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good. You just want JJ. That's why you
say
hey,
man, look. Hey, look. This ball right here, look.
Can you, my guy?
Yeah,
what is that?
Yeah, I'm his agent. Look. Hey, who's 81?
Who is that?
Avant. Who's this?
Jason Avant?
Yep. And McCoy.
Oh.
McCoy.
Yeah.
Brendan Graham and Kendrick. Michael Kendrick.
Okay.
Yo, this ball right here is just, like, because.
Is that the one you bought in Philly?
No, when I was in Jersey, they went to my church, and and I got all this signed, by all 4 of them that was there: Avant, Graham, McCoy, Kendrick, and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, and this ball is dear to my heart. You know what I mean? I love those guys.
What was the one you got in Philly when we were there?
That was. Damn, I didn't.
You got a football, right?
No, I got a I can't remember. It was a signed. Oh man. No, it'll come back.
All right, you were holding a football though, right? Because I remember you showing me a football.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait. Hold on. Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, you have another football. I knew it. I was like, I'm not that bad. Am
this
I?
one.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Who is that signed by?
Yeah,
that is
Malcolm Jenkins.
Malcolm Jenkins.
Yeah, Malcolm Jenkins, Super Bowl football.
Yeah.
The score and everything. Yo, I got this for like, I think like 65.
75 bucks?
Yeah, 75 bucks. So, yeah, yo, this one's tight right here. Yeah, I almost forgot about that too, by the way. I might give that away. I'm not really sure yet because I don't like giving signed stuff away. You know what I mean? Because you never know, man. These guys, you never know. But hey, look, real quick, let's talk about. Now we know that the preseason is finally over with. It's over and done with, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about going into the season with the roster that we have? Like, this is the roster. The 53 men, okay, got it. But hey, Graham is not going to get cut. Cox is not going to get cut. Hurts is not going to get cut. Ertz is not going to get traded. Goddard is not going to get cut. Smith. So how do you feel about going into the season with the roster that we currently have? This is it. Like, this is it. I mean, we can't add nobody onto 53-man roster to change my mind of how the season is going to go. So how do you feel about heading into the season 2 weeks from now? Exactly. At this time, 2 weeks from now, we will be kicking off playing at Atlanta. So how do you feel about that? About our roster?
And I think our team is ready to roll, baby. I think our team is ready. You know, we got enough good players. We got enough good talent. You know, and it's just time to see them. You know, we've been keeping them secret for so long. And it's about that time to go ahead and let the dogs run. You know, let the dogs eat, baby. You know what I'm saying? They hungry. They ready to roll. And I think it's going to be awesome. And fans are going to be very happy with the production we see from the Eagles this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Mitch, my guy. What's going on, man? Hey, I didn't get your thoughts on the stash, even though I don't have one, but the stash. How do you feel about the Eagles acquiring, trading for Minshew?
You mean for Uncle Rico? I freaking love it, man. For Uncle Rico, he could throw it over the mountains, bro. But seriously, I love this for everything. I mean, he will be a good. With Joe Flacco, mentoring him for the next year, with Joe Flacco for the 1 year deal. So we have a good backup quarterback for the future, which I do like a lot. It caught me off guard. Like, I was sitting in the chair.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
And my phone started blowing up out of nowhere. And I'm like, wait, we got Minshew? I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, see you, Mullins. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't see that coming. And the Eagles cut Mullins, by the way. So, I mean, he's gone. So, yeah. I mean, I didn't see that coming. So, how do you feel? Okay. Hey, the last preseason game was on Friday. Hey, we saw my boy, JJ, caught a touchdown. You know what I mean? So, how do you feel about the wide receiver core? Who's making it? Who's not making it?
I really want Fogel to make it. I really do. But
okay.
Maybe with the coaching staff, he has a shot to make it Whiteside, but it's just he scored a touchdown his rookie preseason game, and we all know what happened there. So, are we going to get the same thing again? Because if we are, it's going to be a waste of a roster spot. So, I'm like 50. I would love.
Hey, bro, your parents need to get you bigger windows. The lack of oxygen's getting to your brain. Look how small that damn window is behind you, my guy.
I'm in a and we have AC running. We got to do.
Hey, look, it's all good, man. Look, all right. So, hey, with the roster we have right now, how do you feel about no injuries? Hey, and knock on wood, we are about to start the season healthy. With the Brandon Brooks, the Lane Johnson, the Cox, the offensive line is healthy, the defensive line is healthy. The only question is McLeod is our safety situation, and then Wallace being hurt. So now we got Mike Epps and Anthony Harris. So how do you feel about our roster overall going into the season 2 weeks from now? Literally, imagine it. You'll be watching football right now. 2 weeks from now, matter of fact, 16 minutes ago, football game would have kicked off. So how do you feel about going to the season with the current roster right now?
I love it. I love it.
Is that him or you?
No, I can't really hear you. Hey, your signal is
you're breaking up, buddy.
Hey, you're breaking up. Yeah,
you are.
All right, let me grab my computer. Hold on, I'm on my phone.
All right. But yeah, so I mean, look, Look, Eagle Uncensored. Yo, already heard Birdman thoughts about going into the season with our current roster. How do you feel about our current roster right now going into the season?
Dude, I am super psyched. I'm so happy that preseason's over. Bring on week one. We have Jalen Hurts. We have an offensive line who should be in the top 3, if not top 5. All right, no questions asked. We have some really unproven but solid wide receivers. Okay, I haven't seen a wide receiver core like this. I've been alive 33 years. All right, like we've had one, we've had somewhat two at times, but nothing like this before. This is a completely different monster we're finally working with. Offensively, it's going to be a very fast offense. You look at all the speed we have, even at tight end position wise. Dallas Goedert, he's not fast, but he's got wheels on him. Miles Sanders or our halfbacks, dude. There's going to be a lot of motions in this offense. There's going to be a lot of sweeps. There's going to be a lot of dual halfback sets. A lot of running. I really truly feel that. And I know a lot of people, they were upset that we threw a lot during preseason, but I believe that was to make everybody get off their game because we are going to run the ball a lot. Like you said, it was a very vanilla offense and defense.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to throw because they had to figure out that, like I said, that's an observation period. They had to figure out who their wide receivers were going to be. They kind of knew who their halfback is. They knew what they were going to do there. So they felt they didn't have to run the ball. So they threw a lot to figure that out, which I understand that if that's the case. This is all about evaluation. So it is what it is. But, dude, this team is definitely being slept on. And the one thing I love about us is when we are underdogs, we play a lot better.
Yes.
So bring it on, my guy. I'm all for this shit. You thought we were underdogs in 17. You haven't fucking seen anything yet.
Yeah, and the thing is, we never started the season like this season as underdogs from the jump. So
right, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So hey, look, if it work out, hey, to our benefits, I'm happy with it. Bergen, is Jalen Hurts a top 10 quarterback in the NFL?
Yes. Jalen Hurts will be in the top 10 this year by the end of the season. And it's not even be, like I said, like the way our offense is going to be set up, with the talent, the skill level around, it's not like he's going to have to go out there and sling it like 40, 50 times to do it. He's going to just run the offense the way it needs to be ran, and the yards are going to stack up by themselves. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a lot of these plays where all he did was throw the ball 5 yards, but the player that he threw it to ran 60, 70 yards for a touchdown, so that's going to pad his stats up good. And I see him having, a dynamic season this year, having a lot of yards, having a lot of touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? And he's going to be an MVP candidate.
Wow, MVP candidate.
He's just saying that because he's his quarterback on his fantasy team.
MVP candidate?
Listen, you know what? I will somewhat hit that, okay, in a little bit. Because here's the thing, all right? I watched Jalen Hurts yesterday, some of his videos through training camp and stuff. I just had to go back and watch him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm obsessed with him a little bit, you could say. I love the kid, his mentality, everything he brings. But I even said it yesterday, and I'm saying it again. I love the way this kid throws the ball. I love his arm. Yeah, sure, you can say well, he doesn't have a Pat Mahomes arm. Who fucking cares? He throws a really good ball, man. He throws a really good ball. And that's something, I got to say, like, how many times do we see Carson miss on easy dump out routes to halfbacks and stuff? Yeah. At least Hurts gets them the ball and he gets them in stride while they're moving. They don't have to stop and lose momentum. Like just the little fundamental things that Hurts brings is what's going to make him thrive in the regular season.
So do you think he's a top 10 quarterback this season?
Going in, no, because like I said, he only has 4 games under his belt, but I have him right there with Bird Gang, man. I have him at 3,800 yards passing, 32 touchdowns, 6 interceptions with like 900 yards rushing and maybe like 6 touchdowns. So I don't see him. This offense was built for him. All right, it truly is. this is a true West Coast offense. Miles Sanders is the perfect halfback to have next to Jalen Hurts. Those two together, good luck trying to stop that RPO.
Yeah.
Like, no lie. And if you try to stop the run, Quez and Smith are just going to kill you over the top.
Yeah.
And so will Rager. If you try to stop Rager, Quez, and Smith,
The run.
Miles and Hurts are going to kill you on the inside.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a dual threat. And then whenever they can't pass the ball, well, then that's when they're going to start doing their sweeps and their motions and, their little flea flickers that they do, their screen passes. Like, it's going to be disgusting, man. It truly is. But it can get bad. I want everyone to know that, too. I think very highly of this team.
Okay.
And I will say 11 wins. I believe we can take this division. I believe it's going to come down to the last week of the regular season for the person to get this division like it did last year. It's going to be a very tight division, all right?
Yeah.
But I believe we can do it with the weapons we have. But don't get it mistaken. We can have a bad year too. But even if we have a bad year, we're going to have a lot of ups in that bad year because we built a solid foundation to grow off of.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, and Mitch, hey, 2 questions for you. The first one, is Jalen Hurts a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? And should Minshew, your boy, be second string instead of Joe Flacco? So you can answer it, whatever way you want.
All right. So for Jalen Hurts, I'm going to say going into the season, no, because we only have 4 games, like Uncensored said. But he has the weapons around him, not like last year where we had Whiteside and Ward being number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like, we have a solid wide receiving core with Smith, Rager, Watkins, all those guys. Like, it's perfect. And the running backs, Miles Sanders, Kenny Gainwell. I can just go on and on. And Jordan Howard, which I believe he's going to make the team. Like, obviously he is. Whoever says no to that, I'm like, what? That's common sense right there. And Boston Scott, another one, 4. So, with the running backs, it's very good. The wide receivers is good. So, it's very good around him. And as for Gardner Minshew, Uncle Rico being backup, I see him being a 3rd string because I want him to be more developed more. Maybe for like later on for like next year and something. So that's just me, how I see it with Joe Flacco being number 2.
Okay. Look, hey, I like it. So, hey, this past Friday night, change your mind. Like, how about our backups? I thought our backups was horrible. How the hell we tied the Jets? Like, seriously, on a Hail Mary? Like, how the hell that happened? But I think that our backups, if our guys go down, we are screwed. If our front line go down, like I'm just hoping that, hey, just watching this game, it's Friday night. I was upbeat about it until we let them come all the way back. And we was up 21-7, by the way, in the 4th quarter. And it came all the way back some way, somehow. They managed to tie it. So how do you feel about our depth right now on our team? Anybody could go.
I'm happy because you got to realize who gave up that, that lead there. That's the players that are all about to get cut.
Yeah.
All of them. Pretty much everybody that was playing in that game, that part of the game, they're probably all looking for a job coming next Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are guys that we're not going to worry about. Our first, like you said, unless we go on this huge, injury bug thing, our starters and our second teamers, the guys that are going to be playing the most football, are all healthy and they're doing good. So I don't really worry about the 3rd and 4th teamers. Hopefully none of them even play this season. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they're all chilling, getting their paycheck, helping the practice squad.
I feel him on that, dude. I'm not worried, but I am worried because, like you, giving up that big of a lead that quick and getting a tie, that sucks. No one wants to do that. But I do understand it's only 3rd and 4th strings, but holy shit, man. That was bad. Like, But I will give them this though: they played better last Friday than they did against the Patriots, so that was some
The
upside.
Jets. We always beat the Jets. Like,
The
yo, I
point
can't
is
recall the
though,
last
hey, the
time we
point
lost to
is
the
though, they
Jets
did.
ever.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if that was our first string, we wouldn't even be asking that question, you know. But as third and fourth strings, they played better than what they have been playing. I saw like willingness to play is what I mean. Like compared to the last two
Oh
games,
yeah,
they just looked
absolutely.
like they didn't even care. So there was a positive note in that sense, but you did let them come back and tie you, so that was bad.
Mitch, hey, go ahead, Mitch. Hey,
Like third and fourth strings, I don't like at all. I mean, come on, we tied the freaking Jets, man. My friend is a diehard Jets fan. He texted me that we tied it. I'm like, okay, we'll see you in a later season, but we'll see you later.
yeah, literally, we'll see them later in the
But I'm
season.
like, the freaking Jets, man, come on, bro. It's just like,
Thank God it
man.
don't count.
I know it
Look,
doesn't
I
count,
put
but I'm
look,
just looking at the third and fourth strings. I mean, most of them are probably how much are they making the team? Like, how many of those guys are actually going to make the team?
none of them. Like
Exactly.
I literally watched on Friday everybody that was on the field in the fourth quarter getting cut. Like, like for
Oh wait,
real.
wasn't Bradley out there?
No, not in the fourth quarter.
He
Well,
No,
I didn't
wasn't.
see
I
him.
thought he was.
No, no,
he was there in the third, not fourth.
Okay.
well, yeah, I didn't see him, but I was like, man, I literally just stood back and was like, he getting cut, he getting cut, he getting cut, he getting cut. Like we gotta get rid of 23 players. Like
Yeah.
Tuesday, today is Sunday. So in the next 48 hours, we gotta be
By the
down to
way, you know
53
who
man
gave
roster.
up that touchdown?
Jaquette, I think it was.
Jaquette and Epps, both
Yeah,
of them.
yeah. So I mean,
All right.
And
I
yeah,
Epps
see
is
how
supposed
they
to be your
go. I'm
starter
just
week
ready
one
to
if
go.
Wallace can't go and McLeod can't go. And Epps is supposed to be your starter.
yeah. See, hey, what helped Jaquette was he ripped fumble, like he
Yeah.
stripped the guy and then ran
Yep.
it in for a touchdown. So that's what maybe helped him out a little bit. But
Yeah.
still, if he might be on the bubble to get cut. So hey, look, any final words on the Philadelphia Eagles before we get off? I was supposed to be on here for like 20 minutes. It's an hour and 46. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Every time we talk birds, it get out of hand and we just start talking. But I don't care. It is what it is. So, hey, any of y'all, Bird Gang, Eagle Uncensored, any final word on the Philadelphia Eagles or any advice for anybody out there, anything, just go ahead. Your floor.
You want to go? Or?
Hey, just be prepared for a lot of explosive plays, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Be prepared to watch your team be great again. Like I
Yes.
tell it, 1 year of pedestrian football cannot take the last 15 years of awesome football that we play. Being contenders, going to the playoffs and winning Super Bowls and stuff like that. Like, don't let this 1 year of pedestrian football, sway you all the way to the point where you're wondering if we're going to be a sorry team again. I don't think it's possible. I think it was a fluke season last year, and be prepared to be back in that playoff contention this year. And going to go try to win another chip, man. You know what I'm saying? I think if everything goes right, injury wise, we can definitely be in consideration as a contender. We got a top five offense. We got an offensive line. We got a top five defensive line. We got skill position players that on both sides of the ball. So be on the lookout for the Birds this year. I'm sticking with my 12-5, 13-4 record for the season. So I'm hoping that they do better than that if they can. But we shall see what happens. Much love, man. JC, thanks for having me on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like, I'm about to freaking finish up this breakfast. I think me and Castro got a show coming up at 2 o'clock. So if you guys aren't doing anything, come in. You know what I'm saying? I might open up the lines up over there too, to let
Okay.
everybody hear. I'm not sure yet. But hey, much love to you guys. I'll definitely be talking to you guys later on today. And fly,
I'll
Eagles,
see you
fly.
tonight.
If you have not subscribed to Bird Game Nation Sports Talk, please go subscribe. I'm trying to get to 600. You know what I'm saying? I'm at 5, like 65, 55, somewhere around there. No, 65. So hey, keep on pushing with you guys. Help the channel
Sure.
grow, and subscribe to all these guys up here because they're great content creators. I love working with them. So
Yes,
peace out,
sir.
fly, and I'll holler at you guys later.
Go Birds. All right. Eagle Uncensored.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go with history here. Every year we finish fourth. The following year we finish first. Let
Yep.
that be known to everyone. Every year we finish fourth. The following year we finish first. So I'm just gonna hold on to that. Like I said, there's a lot of upside here. There is a lot, and I see nothing but good. But I do have a realistic side of me. Because I don't want to go in and get my head blown off this year because I say 12 wins and we don't reach that. But I think we have a very good chance of doing so. We have a great quarterback with a good head on his shoulders, and he's got a great mentality, and he's really got the respect of everyone in that locker room, and that goes a long way. Don't play aside, that goes a long way. When you have people that believe in you, a lot more things can get done. So it's going to be a good year, man. I'm not truly worried about it. So, I just expect great things from this team to come, and we'll have some bumps, but more ups and downs for sure, I believe.
So, hey, where could they find you at, man?
Yeah, definitely. I am AK Eagles of the Eagles Uncensored podcast. I may fuss and cuss, but you can count on me and my content like the fucking city bus. And hey, if you like the Wagyu, subscribe too. It is what it is. But all in all, man, I appreciate you having me on. It's always fun talking with you. I think me and Bird Gang have our podcast tonight, so definitely check that out. That should be around like 9 p.m. or so. So yeah, man. Definitely, and can't wait to talk more football with you here soon.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you for coming on. And my final thoughts on this is this: the Philadelphia Eagles will be okay. We will be okay. I mean, we always bounce back, just like our sister said. We always bounce back. We never stay down for long. You know what I mean? So. But I feel like that this year we are going to surprise a lot of teams. We're going to shock the NFL world how good we really are. I mean, yes, we lost Carson Wentz, and what pissed me off is this: everybody, if we still had Carson Wentz this year, they would have picked us to finish probably second. We lost Carson Wentz. It's all about Jalen Hurts. Nobody outside the Philadelphia, even some Philadelphia Eagle fans, don't have faith in Jalen Hurts. And this is what this is about. It's Jalen Hurts. Because our defensive line is top 5. Our offensive line is top 5. So how the hell, and you're top 5 in both categories in the trenches, and you only picked to win 3 games? It's because of Jalen Hurts. That's it. Miles Sanders is still here. We got the Heisman Trophy winner. We got 2 tight ends, and Hurts and Gardner. So why are we picked to win only 3 games? The more I talk about it, the more angry I get, if you can tell. But the fact that it's because of Jalen Hurts. Nobody believed in Jalen Hurts. That's it.
And let me put this into your head real fast before you go, to leave you on a good note. There's 2 other quarterbacks that have started their year with 4 games, their rookie year, with almost the same exact stats, but Jalen actually had better stats than both of them. That is Donovan McNabb and Randall Cunningham.
Yeah.
Both of them guys started 4 games their rookie year and had worse stats than Jalen Hurts, and went on to be franchise quarterbacks of the Philadelphia Eagles and 2 of the greats. So why do you doubt this kid? He did the same thing they did.
Yeah, I mean,
but better.
Yeah. So look, all I'm saying is this: 2 weeks, 36 minutes before right now, we will be watching the Philadelphia Eagles at Atlanta Falcons. Tune in. It's going to be a long season because I expect us to win a lot of games. Yes, we're going to have some tough losses and some close losses and stuff like that, but trust me, relax. It's preseason. Yes, we didn't see our starters play a lot, but the joint practices were great. Yes, it is only practice, but still, I mean, it's still a good feeling that, hey, your guys are producing at joint practice. You know, I mean, there's men's on both sides, just professionals on both sides. There's ones versus ones on both sides, and we still was dominating their ones, regardless who it was. So I feel good. So hey, I really appreciate everybody, all my subscribers, all my fans. Look, I love y'all, and this season is going to be great. I promise y'all some good content coming up. And as always, go Birds. And you already know.